Morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. Michelle is here. Michelle is here on December the 3rd, 2024. And this is a Tuesday. So I hope everybody's doing fantastic, magnificently, and marvelous because I am. I want to be silly because, like I said, I got young people out there that they know what I'm doing. They know I'm attempting to help them. Some of them are very young though. And so, you know, they, of course, they may not necessarily know what I'm talking about, but they're listening to me with, of course, with an adult and blah, blah, blah. And they're not necessarily listening to me, to be honest. Let's make that clear. They just see me. They see me and they know me. How about that? So I think make sure my face is cleared up. Cause I can wash. I wash myself very well on face and make sure my teeth are clean. But as soon as I start filming, I find something on my face, in my eyes. But I am not re-recording anything, and that's how it is. I just let it flow, So I wanted to come on through this morning because just as I expected, a whole lot of stuff is happening. A lot of lying, more so than ever. Lying, manipulation, and deception. But what's great about it is I notice a lot of people are not falling for it again, And sometimes it takes a fool to learn. As I said, it takes a fool to learn. And so you're going to go through periods of learning things and attempting to figure out what the hell is going on. What are these people talking about? And for the most part, it's just smoke and mirrors. It's a bunch of rambling and lying and deception. We all ramble, by the way, and we all on some levels we all lie too, and we manipulate. And I told you about that criminal energy, that criminal feminine energy, as well as that criminal masculine energy. We lie a lot. Some people lie a lot to where it's the lying is so sophisticated and so manipulative that is at a criminal level. I don't know, something just happened. Not even sure. But it's at a criminal level, whereas, it's criminal. Let me see how else I can explain that and let you know how dangerous that is to be associating yourself with it. What does it say here about criminal energy? See, that's all commercialized. Everybody is commercializing things. Unfortunately, and you're not going to find the genuine meanings of things. So you're just going to have to kind of, contemplate, cultivate, and kind of figure it out, and make sure you, you figure it out, and be kind of gentle with yourself if you don't understand right away. If you trust yourself to allow your consciousness, your memories, your thoughts to radiate the kind of information you need, you will get it. Okay? You will get it. Trust that. Okay? Please just trust that. That's all I can say. When you build trust in yourself, you will be given the opportunity to bring in certain like-mindedness of people that are doing the same thing. They trust themselves. It says criminal, guilty of crime is what it says here. But a lot of it is just material, commercialized, I should say. People have turned the word criminal into, their meaning, their interpretation, their theories and opinions. So and it says here is illegal, unlawful, illicit, wrongful, illegitimate, forbidden, blah, 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 blah. You know what it is. And if not, just cultivate something that has a meaning to you as to how people are behaving and acting. It's at a point that is definitely fatal. It's a fatal criminal energy. So at some point, the person involving themselves in that that criminal energy will be also dealing with the effects of it at some point, whether it's suicide, mass suicide. Just like if you think about Adolf Hitler, what happened to him in the end. He ended up committing suicide. Or let's put it this way: he asked someone to take him out, which is the same thing. Assisted suicide is what they call it. But suicide is suicide. Taking your life is taking your life. And that is probably one of the most devastating things you can do for your consciousness. You are definitely devolved if you, in any of your lifetimes, because that's what we have, participate in that type of behavior of, it's even worse than, taking someone else out. That's bad enough, but then to take yourself out, okay, you already have somewhat determined a whole lot of effects of your behavior on the future, on your future lineage, on the future of the passing of the baton, blah blah blah. All energy, but it has some devastating effects when you interfere and and decide when you've had enough, and that you believe that if you just take yourself out, that'll resolve everything. Nope. That will spin you out. Oh, wow. Just thinking about it and the way we've been taught about it. Now let me talk about something, like I said, I have random thoughts, but let me talk about something that I hear a lot about people saying that they're so happy to be single. You're hearing people saying, I'm happy to be single. I'm not looking for anybody. I like to be by myself. I don't want to be bothered. And that all makes perfect sense to me. Perfect. I'm laughing at some of the parody of zodiac signs, and that is probably one of the most enjoyable things that I pay attention to, is how people kind of attempt to, let me see if I'm saying it right, how people attempt to give a definition as to about how certain zodiac signs are supposed to act. To me, it's entertaining. I find it extremely entertaining, and I enjoy it. Parody. I think you say parody. Let me make sure.
Parody.
Yes. So it's like, when people imitate and attempt to make a mockery. Yeah, mockery is good of zodiac signs. That I enjoy that, by the way, because I know who I am, what I am, and why I am, but I do enjoy listening to people who attempt to interpret other people's behaviors and actions based on zodiac signs. There's a generalization of all of us with our zodiac signs, and I've said that all the time, but I do enjoy it. It's fun. It's fun because all of us, if you didn't put the sign up, all you had to do is, if you didn't put the sign and you still ran that parody, okay, a lot of people say, oh, okay, yeah, that's me. Test it out. You'll see. Come on now. But have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously, just like you do everything else. But I hear a lot of people saying that they're glad they're single. And I understand that. There's almost, like I said, that's sometimes pay attention to not necessarily what people are saying, but what they're not saying. Because, sometimes there's more to that than meets the eye. And I understand that 100%. Who wants to be bothered with someone's energy that doesn't match up with them? That is the most draining. And to me, that would piss me off if I invested my time in that, because I have put in a lot of work to develop myself and to allow myself to be putting up with that kind of energy is not I would not. It's almost abusive for me to do so, because I know better. But what I want you to recognize is as we go through these development opportunities together, is that you building up trust in yourself will help you to determine, okay, who's aligned with you and who's not. I know who my alignments are. I know what my alignments are. I know what I'm supposed to do and this and that and the other. But what does that mean? It doesn't mean a goddamn thing, actually, unless you walk the talk and see it through. So I understand when people say that they enjoy being single. And I know, to me, it sounds like there's more. You're saying more than what you're saying, and that's fine. That's my projection. That's my theories and opinions. But I'm telling you, um, based on my experience, when you know, you know. Okay, it's like being struck by lightning, literally, figuratively, and metaphorically. Okay, it can be their eyes, it can be how they speak, their voice, their sounds and tones, or what you're hearing from the sounds and tones, or what you're feeling, sensing, receiving. All of your sensing gets on board when you are aligned properly with someone. Okay, uh, for me, I knew it. I knew it right away, and this was, a while ago, and I trust that now. And I'm not going to say more about it because it's private. It's, again, we need to regain our privacy, our sacredness, our intimacy to ourselves and to others, our respecting of privacy and sacredness of people without necessarily having to share everything. No one has to know. But all I'm saying is when you develop yourself and you trust yourself, you will know. I know right away when I interact with people, whether I can or not, or whether I will continue or not. I have an extremely small circle for a reason, because I know what I can tolerate. I know what I can put up with. Okay, and I'm not going to be, draining my own self. I don't pretend. I'm not superficial. I'm not any of those type of things. I've resolved that. I know who I am, what I am, and why I am, and I'm very confident in myself. There's no arrogancy or cockiness about it. I just know. And that's what happens when you evolve your consciousness. It is a beautiful thing. So allow me and others to help you get there, to get on that path, and then let you go. Get out of the way and let you see how free that is, and how beautiful it is, and how wonderful it is. I'm gonna come back probably later today. Yeah, my skin. My skin I have issues with my skin, and it's like if my skin is allergic to synthetics. So nothing's necessarily natural anymore. Remember we used to have natural cotton with our clothing and stuff, but most of it is not. It's polyester, whatever that is. Synthetic stuff. Synthetic stuff just makes me itch. So you see me moving around itchy. Yeah, and everything's synthetic now. Not natural stuff like cotton used to be, and all those other things that you find out in the environment. Bamboo. I was using a product that was almost 75% bamboo, and then I ordered the product again, and bamboo is nowhere on the product anymore. See how they, and to me that's criminal energy, to be, because it's manipulative. They don't none of these places, manufacturers, distributors, whatever, are being honest with us, and we know that. There's some manipulation going on with the pricing. I told you about that. And as well with the ingredients in our foods. So we have to be real careful about how we are advocating for certain things and not recognizing that water is not water as it used to be. Okay? Drinking water is not the same drinking water, say 10, 15, 20, 30 years or more ago. Okay? A lot of it is going through that reverse osmosis. Okay? Reclaiming water. So they're doing everything they can to make it acceptable to drink. So keep in mind, like reclaimed water. Water, it is a process of converting municipal waste water or sewage, okay, and to make it reused for variety of purposes. Okay, and that includes drinking. All right, so just think about this very carefully when you keep advocating for drinking so much water. I'm not going to say any more about that. Just think a little bit more clearly and effectively about what you're doing when you are, because you really need to be paying attention to the labeling, and you need to know how stuff is processed. You know, a lot of people are making a big deal out of ultra processed foods. Well, you ought to, but you also need to be making, you need to be considering other things as well. So I want to come back because I'm working on something right now. I want to come back and talk about how to calm it down when you are dealing with these interpersonal relationships. I'm going to teach you or give you some tips on how to calm all of that down. I have plenty of breadcrumbs in my videos, but I'm going to give you a few that you're going to find beneficial to help you get through all of this and get out of the way, okay, of your interpersonal relationships. Get out of the way of it and allow it to flow to you. So I'm going to send peace and love all over stars and moon and mountains. But trust me, I will be back.